Well, hey guys, welcome to Quarantunes, episode 2. I figured I'd switch it up a little bit since everybody's jamming and sounding good, by the way. Thank you for all of those great artists giving us all that music. Right now, I'm going to give you a little taste of my own record. This song is called Drugs Ain't Working. Check this one out. Drugs ain't working no more. But I get down on my knees and pray. Yeah. Something happened before. It changed the words that I needed to say. In a particular way. Ooh, and I walk the line every day. Try to find a way. Ooh, it's so hard to leave this place. So I stay. Let the guitar play. Plug ain't frontin' no more. He said you're gonna need to flip those birds today, so you can double your pay. Ooh, so don't come knocking on my door, else you're gonna learn today. And I'm out either way. Damn. Handouts in the streets, feeding into these fiends. And it ain't what it seems. Oh no. The sins of my fathers are now the sins of me. And my greed. So play it for me. Come on. Well, that was Drugs Ain't Working, a song off of my new solo album. I'm very, very excited to be putting this album out. I was fortunate to come across a Fruity Loops mobile program that was very, very cool to work with, and was able to make a bunch of beats on that program. This song's not made on a program. This is a rock and roll tune. This song is called Take the Crown. You're listening to Quarantunes, episode 2. Enjoy yourself. Welcome back, Breakpoint Method, Take the Crown. What a fun song to record. We did that song in Colorado, I think in 2017. It was actually a song inspired by a wrestling company that had contacted us about doing some music for them. Another cover song, which I'll play for you here in just a little bit. Like I said, welcome back, guys. Make sure you guys, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you guys go and subscribe to the YouTube channel, as well as the Facebook, Tyler Lion and Tyler Lion Music, and T Lion Music at Instagram. It's good to be with you guys today. Again, I'm trying something a little bit different. I know everybody's trying to keep the entertainment going, and all of us entertainers that are currently not working because of the circumstances and situations, and my tongue-tiedness will get better, I swear. As soon as that stuff kind of clears up, we'll be able to get back out and jam for you guys. But in the meantime, thank you so much for your support. You can definitely support at Venmo.com/TLionMusic, PayPal.me/TLionMusic, or in the Facebook Messenger app itself at Tyler Lion. Again, thank you for all of your support. I cannot wait to get out and jam for you again. And, a lot of us musicians, I will say that we don't tend to take any of these performances for granted, but I think it goes without saying that we'll be even more in that camp coming back to play for everybody. So, as will everybody in general, just about everything. The monotony in life will be appreciated once you get back to it. So, I know we all look forward to that, and I do, and I can't wait to get to jam for you. But in the meantime, we have a ton of music coming for you, and I figured this was the best way to kind of let you travel through my musical mind. Since I have so many styles, it's kind of hard to replicate over just the acoustic. So do still plan on playing some acoustic music for you. So in the meantime, I want you to check this song out. This song is the first song that I ever learned how to play. It's a song that meant just so much to me. Shout out to my dad. Stay safe out there. Keep your hands washed. Pops, I know you are. And yeah, enjoy. Wish you were here.
So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a great field, cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot air for the cool breeze, cold and comfort to change? Did you exchange walk on part in the war for Leroy in a cage? Just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. But have we found the same old fears? Wish you were here.
Welcome back. Quarantunes episode 2. That was Wish You Were Here. What an amazing song and an amazing band. Pink Floyd is probably one of my favorite bands of all time. Probably the band that I really kind of decided to travel to the outer sections of the cosmos with, if you will. Love that band, absolutely love that band, love listening to them. I'll probably do another Pink Floyd cover or two in the studio at some point. I really want to do the song Time. It's probably one of my favorites. Really, really love that band. If you've never seen the Wish You Were Here documentary, it's probably one of the best documentaries of a band that I've seen. Just because of the depth behind such short amount of songs. There's so much less to take in, but so much more to take in from each song. So very, very impressed by that documentary. There's a ton of good music documentaries out there if you guys ever want to check them out. There's some really good ones out there, but especially fond of that one. So I think years ago we were actually, like, as fans, little young fans, I think when I was in the band Intent, we were in one of the Tech Nine documentaries, or at least the beginning. I think my guitar player Matt Watt was wearing your 420 shirt, Matt. I think I remember the T9X. I can't remember what. I think that was the name of the video actually, but we were stoked. We're like, yes, Matt made it. We were so stoked. So very, very, very cool experience. That's how kind of we came up. We met Tech Nine a long time ago. We had left practice and we had began to well, let's put it this way. Matt Watt decided that we were going to jump in his car and go grab a bite to eat, and no one really wanted Taco Bell. That was kind of the consensus. Like, a couple people had it the night before, and I don't know. There's this thing of like, let's not go to Taco Bell. Okay, so, well, as soon as we round the corner onto the highway, I can't remember. I think Matt dropped a cigarette. We'll leave it at that, I guess. I don't remember what it was, but he had to pull into a parking lot immediately. Oh, God. And he pulls into a parking lot, and it's the Taco Bell parking lot, which is funny because we're like sitting there and he's trying to locate. And all of a sudden we see the Tech 9 van pull up. And that's when we got out. This must have been 2001. And we all got out, and there was, I don't want to say it was either Big Nick or I can't remember who was rolling around in the box truck, but it was someone in Tech 9. And so we got out and chatted and exchanged numbers, and this was, like I said, this was close to 20 years ago. And he and I chatted a few times after that. Funny enough, I was at the doctor's office with my girlfriend at the time, sitting there, and I think I was sick or something, and I get a phone call, and I answer it, and hello, and I hear this, Mr. Anderson. I was like, what? Yes, Mr. Anderson. And I'm like, it's not like Matrix stuff. I'm like, okay, hello? He goes, hi, bro, this is Tech 9. And we proceeded to chat for a little while, and then we ended up getting together and doing some music. I worked with a buddy of his on quite a few songs outside of working with Tech, but that's kind of where I got zeroed in with Tech, and then finally he invited me out to do the song Riot Maker, which was the first song I ever collabed with Tech 9 on. Excuse me. And that was kind of when I knew, like, I had made a pretty cool friendship with him way back when, and he was really doing well, but he, was still headed upwards, and it was just a very cool thing to be a part of, and it was from Kansas City, so you always have to be excited for that. And so, fast forward to now, and we have over a dozen songs together, and I've been a part of, a dozen or so Strange Music records, and have inspired him to do some songs of his own. And the next one I'm going to jam for you right now is one of those songs. It's a song that I absolutely love, and a song that I'm very proud of, but you'll never hear it because this is the rock version of what he has. This is Torrid on Quarantunes, episode 2. Check it.
Your hotter than the sun before me, star and supernova bound. Your life running fast to empty. You're fine. Come on back and get me. Feel as the fire consumes you. Oh, know that it's scorching just for you. Burning the way that you want it to. Only the tolerant make it through. Burn bright, move across the night sky. I'm alive, peering into twilight. Make divide between you and the confined. Escape tonight with my eyes open to the world. I can finally make my place. No penance or pearls. All that's needed is my faith. My faith. Feel as the fire consumes you. Oh, know that it's scorching just for you. Burning the way that you want it to. Only the tolerant make it through. Running fast to empty. You're fine. Come on back and get me. Feel as the fire consumes you. Oh, know that it's scorching just for you. Burning the way that you want it to. Only the tolerant make it through.
Welcome back to Quarantunes episode 2. I am your host, Tyler Lyon. It's great to be here with you guys tonight. Hope you're having a wonderful day, evening, whatever time you're listening to this. Hope you're enjoying the day that you have and knowing that it's a gift, because I think we're all kind of feeling that vibe as of lately. The boring lives that we had seem so much more fun than sitting around in our homes, captive. So that song was called Torrid. Funny story, when I was on the road with Tech 9, he caught me listening to some of the songs that we had been recording at TBM Studios in Colorado, and really enjoyed that song as well as some others. But we had kind of a crazy mishap that happened with that song, and some misunderstandings as to recording it and putting it out, and a lot of things that are kind of insider information that if you're close to me you might know, and if not you might wonder. So I'll let you kind of run with that in your imagination. So a great song to to do with Tech as well. So love the version that he has, and I've never put out the version I have, but you've heard it now, and you're free to come back and visit anytime you want to hear it. I really love the rock version of that song. It's encompassing of a broader spectrum of what I was trying to capture. But I also like the direction that Tech took it. I think it sounds really great, and obviously I enjoyed, working with him in any way that I can. So thank you, Tech, for jamming with me on that one. It was a great tune. If you want to hear his version, make sure you just go type that in, Tech 9, Tyler Lyon, Torrid, and you can find that. But up next, I have a tune that I am excited to let you hear. It's still in the stages of the album getting put together. So if you like what you hear and you want to donate, or you just want to keep me going for a little while longer while we're in this lockdown mode, make sure you guys go visit venmo.com/TLionMusic, as well as paypal.me/TLionMusic, or just simply use the Facebook Messenger app. All of those work. And we're going to get into a song right now that I absolutely love and cannot wait for you to hear. It's another song from my album. This is why I did the radio format, because I can't sell these songs to you like I can if you just hear the real version. This song is called God Bless. Let me know what you think of this one in the comments.
I don't claim to be an innocent in all this. I don't sit up looking down upon my mess. Like I don't have a hand in what the hell that I've been. I know that one day I'll have to pay for my sins. Like I don't go to bed and cannot rest my eyelids. Devastated and so broken up about this. Lessons learned when they burn up inside the darkness. So I turn and let you feel all the same shit. One more night under the starlight. I know this is the end. When you feel it begin, just hold on, we'll be alright until we meet again. Say God bless. One more night under the starlight. God bless. Just hold on, we'll be alright. Never wanted to throw away everything we made, but now I'm over it. Apathy is settled in. She has a room with a view and now she is staying in. And I'm not charging rent, maybe she will call again. Anything that should burn away our universe. You did it first, made me feel just like a curse. I thank the Lord for our baby girl, so I hold my tongue. But I tell you one thing, God bless. Under the starlight, I know this is the end. When you feel it begin, just hold on, we'll be alright till we meet again. Say God bless. One more night under the starlight. God bless. Just hold on, we'll be alright. One more night under the starlight. Just hold on, we'll be alright. One more night under the starlight. Just hold on, we'll be alright.
You're listening to Quarantunes, Episode 2.
And I cast you out, I won't see you again. Now our narrow lungs won't lend us anywhere. as you take me out. The fear is sinking in. Now I'm all alone and the darkness has my soul. Won't you take me there before it takes control? Yeah. So I breathe in for you. If only one last time. If only I could save you like the angel that fall from the sky. So I take it for you. Take the evil from your mind. If only I could find a way to turn back time. So I breathe in for you. If only one last time. If only I could save you like the angel that fall from the sky. So I take it for you. Take the evil from your mind. If only I could find a way to turn back time. So I breathe in for you. If only I could find a way to save
Quarantunes, episode 2. Welcome back, y'all. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. My name is Tyler Lyon, and it's wonderful to be back here. That song was called So I Breathe by Evelyn Awake, off the album that we released. Oh man, what year was that? 2013 or 14? I can't remember around that date, but we went to LA and worked with my still current manager, Nick Martinez, and got some recording done in LA for that album. So I really enjoy hearing some of that. Brings back some memories from playing basketball with the crew out there. That was a good time. I didn't realize that Scotty Eggleston can ball. The dude can ball. If you guys don't know, he plays drums, plays some acoustic, can sing really well. He's got all sorts of talents, but the dude can flat ball. So that beard and that hair, he dominated. So we were getting schooled out there. So great times with So I Breathe from Evelyn Awake. Guys, I do want to get to some thank yous. We are in the second half of the portion of the second half of the portion of the second half, the second half hour of the, we're in the second half of the show here. And I do want to get to some thank yous because these are the people that are making life possible, as well as, giving me an opportunity to work here and do this show for you guys. So special thank yous first to Jeff House, John Edwards, Greg Mellum, Chance Morris, Joel Frazee, Jody Bishop, John and Madden Osborne, Antoinette Lona, Brian Willman, Mariah Miller, McGowan Images. I believe that's Jessica McGowan. I'm not positive, but I believe so. Scott Harrison. There's all sorts of people here to thank. And last but not least, Haley Jean. And I haven't even gotten over to my Venmo yet, so I will definitely check on that and get that up to date. But guys, I do want to give a special thanks to all you guys for helping me out and continuing to make this possible for me to give you some content, some daily content, and for you to enjoy it and to be able to keep us musicians going. So special thank you to all you wonderful people. Now, I want to get to the next portion of the show, which is some fun topics to discuss. Some typical ones that I hear a lot that are kind of fun to push against a little bit. I want to start with this one here. The first question is, why is Van Hagar a bad thing? Okay, well, I think that if I can just get into the mind of the Lee Roth fandom here, I would say that David Lee Roth was the party Van Halen, and the party Van Halen really can't be substituted. If you're from the camp of the party Van Halen, if you're from Panama and you're from, you know, I don't know, all of it, Ice Cream Man, Jump. I mean, there's so many good tunes from those albums. Your Van Halen, it depends on what you want your Van Halen to do. I have always told people this. What would you like your Van Halen to do? Because when they entered into the Sammy Hagar era, they began to really kind of focus in on topics, subjects. Sammy's kind of a guy that wants to write with a little bit of depth, which is probably why I became a Sammy Hagar fan more than David Lee Roth, because although David Lee Roth is immensely talented, Sammy had a message behind some of the music, and I just always, I connected with that. So for me, Van Hagar was never a bad thing, but I have heard from tons of people along my journey that Van Halen, even Joe Dirt said it, right? Joe Dirt, like Van Halen, not Van Hagar. I mean, I get it, dude, but I like Van Hagar. I like both, though, to be honest with you. I love some David Lee Roth Van Halen, too. My little cousin who played drums in Leo Project for a long time, Lance Bennett, he and I went to see Van Halen when we were younger, and it was just a bucket list thing, and it was so awesome to see. And I would love to see at least the Hagar lineup, if not, the Lee Roth lineup. Who cares? I would just love to see them again with Michael Anthony, and I know that's a tough deal, and it's a really rough setup for that team of people. So, but I do understand what it's like to be in a band. So it's a difficult process to keep people together for so many years, and I couldn't imagine. That's me being a fractional, like little bitty, little one-story building compared to these guys as skyscrapers out there. So I do know what it's like, though. It's a tough deal to keep four grown men with separate opinions and things together, four or more, or whatever. But so it's a testament to people when you're able to, hands, you got to clap for them. Hats off to you for being able to keep that going. So, what a fun topic, Van Hagar. I dig it. If I could, I'd play you some right now, but I don't own that music, so we'll get to that later. Favorite album that no one knows about. That's the next one that I like to kind of pass along, because a lot of my friends that are close to me are probably going to know about it because they're the ones that turned me on to it. But some of the people in the outer ring might not have necessarily gotten to these albums yet. So if you haven't... but mine this week is going to be the album Crosses, which is the name of the group. It's the self-titled album featuring Chino from the Deftones as the singer. And it's got a little bit of an electronic, dark... it's got such a great vibe that it hooked me right from the first song. The first three songs are just out of this world. And then it's got some, fillers, but they're really good too. So I don't want to demean or anything, but it's got some really good stuff on it. But I really enjoy that album. I think it's one that no one really knows about, kind of in the broad spectrum of things. But it's a good album. You guys gotta check that one out. So, let's get back to some music. This next song is on the unreleased pop album. I'm giving you a lot today here. I'm giving it to you. You guys are helping me out. You're helping me out. You're giving back. I'm giving it to you. This song is called Broken Like the Cause. Check this one out on Quarantunes episode 2.
what you showed me and let them all decide. Cause you know that shit's a lie. So give us back the moments you have brought about tonight. Silently still standing here. There's no way the answer. There's not all of the answers. God damn it, dying just to clear the air. 'Cause there in the ashes lay all of the masses drowning in their way. Silently still standing here. There's no way the answer. There's not all of the answers. And I've had it dying just to clear the air. 'Cause there in the ashes lay all of the masses drowning in their wake. Silently still standing here. There's no way the answer. There's not all of the answers. God damn it, dying just to clear the air. 'Cause there in the ashes lay all of the masses drowning in their way. Silently still standing here. And I've had it dying just to clear the air. Drowning in their wake.
Yeah. Hey. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Hey. Yeah. Man, that's that jam right there. Broken Like the Cause.
Bruh.
We're back on Quarantunes episode 2. It's good to be back, guys. How are you? My name is Tyler Lyon, if you don't already know that. It's wonderful to be here today. So, in case you just joined us, I've been going through all sorts of different tunes here, from unreleased things to, maybe slightly heard things to everywhere in between. And I've got a couple covers, too, in here. I've got one that we already did, and I got one coming up for you here in just a minute. But first, I want to get to our sponsors. This sponsor segment is brought to you by Fabricated Metalworks. For all your residential and commercial metalwork, that's at Fabricated Metalworks LLC on Facebook. This includes handrails, staircases, signage, and any other metal artwork that you can dream up. Get a hold of my guys at Fabricated Metalworks. That's at Fabricated Metalworks LLC on Facebook. And brought to you by Butler Music, located at 2205 North 291 Highway, just inside Harrisonville on the east side of 291. Just look for the guitar sign. Butler Music is the store that I have my Breedlove sponsorship through, and the owner, Jeff, and I have been good friends for a long time. Good friends with his daughter, Julie. They always have the best deals and always work with me and make sure they take care of me. So go see my people down there and tell them I sent you. That's Butler Music, 2205 North 291, just inside Harrisonville, Missouri. All right, back to the lecture at hand. The next subject we're to get into is a fun one here. The next one is the truth about Nickelback. I love this because I think we all kind of know, but I mean, I don't know. I think there's some people that have actually bought into this, and maybe there's going to be some people out there that disagree with me, and feel free to comment on here and let me know. But the truth about Nickelback. Chad Kroeger can sing his ass off. is the truth about Nickelback. The other truths about Nickelback are that they're a great band. You cannot like them, and I will tell you why a lot of people don't like them. Because for every couple songs that they have, that he's one of the best writers in like rock and hard rock that there is. But for every couple songs that he might write that really strike a chord with people in a positive way, he's got some songs that could even, and they rub me, it's not rub me wrong. Maybe it's just they're maybe kind of nerdy in a way, or I don't know what you would say, because I have a ton of respect for that band. But I think it's funny because there are bands that people like to pile on, and right now I guess we're on the Trapped thing, so that's what it kind of reminded me of. I really don't know what the whole thing about Trapped is, but it seems pretty funny from a distance, so I kind of brought back up the Nickelback idea and the concept of why we just dogpile on bands that we don't like, and it's kind of difficult, because if you think about it, not liking a band is actually, you can not like what they stand for, and then you can not like, the melodies that they pick, but there's certain things that are not opinion based, such as, like, is a band good at what they do? Do the guitar players play well? Does the drummer have a great internal metronome? Are they playing to a click? Do they play well to a click? Do they have tracks? How much tracks do they use? But all that stuff can be kind of subjective as to what your opinion is. But see, the reality is that if you're good at your instrument and you put it together well, even if you don't like it, you can appreciate it or understand it. So the truth about Nickelback is they're not that bad. But, it's, again, it's art, so you can kind of look at it how you want to look at it.
Nope.
It's just, what a funny topic, though. It's just, what an awesome topic to just battle over. Because I feel like that's what we do, is we're like, oh man, they're awful. And it's like, no, they're not really awful at all. So, yeah, so that's my topic, brought to you by Fabricated Metalworks and Butler Music. We're going to get on to another song right now. I'm kind of excited to bring this song in. I'm going to try to do at least one a week where it's not my song, but it's a song that I might be featured on, and kind of spotlight some of the artists that I work with. And the first one that we're going to kick off with is a song called Glass with my buddy Sickness and Struggle Jennings. If you guys are familiar with Struggle Jennings, there's not much to say. I just want you to check it out. So I'm going to let you hear it right now.
This is Sickness, and you're listening to Quarantunes with my dude, Tyler Lyons.
I died today. So many things you just shouldn't say. You can't take away. So I see the sunset upon our
Have you ever been down on your luck and you need to win, with no ends and no friends around you? Cause most kin on a dope spin and you're trying to find your own zen. I found you at these coroners and grave sites. I found faith to save life, my own. No, I been thugging too long and I see everyone gone, but I can't right my wrongs despite the songs I write alone and cry, knowing they'll never come back to visit. Cause death is that conclusive, reminiscing on reflections off the glass pre-translucence, and they wonder why I ain't the same, claiming I became estranged. You and I just changing lanes, destinations ain't the same. Different lives, different views, different sights, different hues. I'm catching flights, you catch the blues. Rest aside, regret the fuse. Broke it off cause I had to, not personal but your avenue. Negative, I'm positive, and those two preposterous to coexist. At least this you owe me. Signing off with the weak heart as I depart from the old me. Farewell.
You lied today, you lied today. So many things you just shouldn't say. No, can't take away. So I see the sunset upon our days. Say what you say, say what you say. All the words reflect the waters with your heart. You broke apart, still like glass into the wall.
I heard a few of y'all are salty, I ain't been around. While you was counting money, I was counting 5 down. And now I'm up, you I fell and it was U-turn. Ooh, the truth burns. I ain't like that fire though. Loyalty is everything. You preaching to the choir, ho. Why try to mend when it was poison to begin? With they fangs sank in, it got hot, they shed skin. Then fed pen nightmares brought dreams of true freedom. Too many people round, I realize that I ain't need them. See, I feed them and they still steal from the plate that I'm eating. I got family to tend to, them friends you can keep them. Don't misread me, I'm not bitter, I'm at peace. I'm just saying some things keeping me up, I put to sleep. Hatred's like glass, the tighter you hold it, deeper it cuts. There's a difference in giving up and knowing you had enough struggle.
Some things have changed. So many things you just shouldn't say. You can't take away. No, no, no. So I see the sunset upon our days. Say what you say. Say what you say. All the words reflect the waters in your heart. You broke apart like glass into the wall. I'm glad we broke it off. Yeah, yeah. Oh.
Oh man, welcome back to Quarantunes episode 2. We're moving right along. That was Sickness with Struggle Jennings and myself. The song is called Glass. What a fun and awesome opportunity to get to record a struggle and just another chapter in recording with Sickness. Always a good time. I think that guy hustles hard and I got a lot of love for him, so appreciate you letting me jam that for us, brother. And we are going to get on to the next subject here, which I'm kind of excited about. But before we do that, I want to jam one more song for you. This song was recorded in Colorado. This song is, I guess it was originally an Elvis Presley song, then covered by Johnny Cash, I believe. And now I'm going to take a stab at it. The song's called God's Gonna Cut You Down. Check this one out.
Run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Go tell that long-term liar, tell that midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter, tell him the God's gonna cut him down. Tell him the God's gonna cut him down. Well, my goodness gracious, let me tell you the news. My head's been wet with the midnight dew. I've been down on bended knee, talking to the man from Galilee. He spoke to me in that voice so sweet, thought I heard the shuffle of the angels' feet. He called my name, my heart stood still, and he said, John, go do my will. Tell that long-tongued liar, go tell that midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter, tell the guy's gonna cut him down, tell the guy's gonna cut him down. You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down, sooner or later, gotta cut you down. You may throw your rock and hide your hand, working in the dark against your fellow man. Sure as God made black and white, stunned in the dark must be brought to the light. You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down, sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Go tell that long-tongued liar, go tell that midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter, tell the God's gonna cut you down, tell the God's gonna cut you down, tell the God's gonna cut you down.
All right, Quarantunes episode 2. Guys, we're back. How are you? God's Gonna Cut You Down. I remember the first time I heard that song ever was as an intro to a Seven Dust show, and I had no idea. I mean, my head exploded. So, great song, and a blast to do with such good twangs. Kind of what got me even more sent off onto this country journey that I've been on. But I am excited because this is what I live for here. The main event, we're going to do a band battle here. And we're going to start pretty simple since it's the first band battles that I've ever done on here. The first installment of Band Battles, brought to you by my friends at Mary Margaret's down in downtown Lee Summit. Make sure you look up Mary Margaret's on Facebook. Band battles, we're going to do 2 big bands just to kick us off. We're going to do the battle of eternal rock and roll stardom between Metallica and Pantera. It's Metallica versus Pantera on Band Battles. I am excited for this battle. Now, this has been a topic that my metal friends and I have debated for years and years, and I've always heard so many different people come from so many different angles and almost answer like, well, you're stupid if you think it's this. I don't know. It's fun to, I think it's a lot closer than you think. If you're just going in the sheer volume of album sales, you know that Metallica reigns supreme. They're the best ever, arguably as a rock band ever. So, especially as a thrash metal band, they've really taken that. However, there's a lot of different, attributes that you can kind of measure with these bands to kind of give you a fun band battle here. So let me give you an example. This will be the first one here. Metallica versus Pantera. Let's do the first question as to who's better as a band. I have had the very, very rare luxury of being able to see Pantera a few times, as well as I've seen Metallica a few times. But I've also watched these bands in their live performances recorded for years and have taken in all of the different albums they've put out, from, Garage Inc. covers for Metallica to Power Metal, I Am the Jungle, or Project in the Jungle, I Am the Night. Excuse me, I had those mixed up. But some of the old, Terry Glaze, Pantera, all the way through, Reinventing the Steel, and the Metallica all the way up through, the newest album that they have, which is a great album too, by the way. It's really, really cool to see them try to reconnect with their roots of thrash, and that's awesome. They have to do an album with Adam D from Killswitch if they want to set the universe right for all of us. They need to get in there and do an album with Adam D from Killswitch, and allow Adam D to kind of pay it forward to kind of this motion of a circular motion of giving back to the band that created him, and I think the world would realign. It'd be amazing. So back to band battles. I would say, who is better as a band live? It would have to go to Pantera, and I don't think it's close, but I think that is on the argument that Vinnie Paul is a much better solid foundation than Lars Ulrich is. So when you kind of start with like who's better to see live, entertainment-wise and live audio-wise, it's Pantera. They're definitely the band that's supreme in that element compared, even though you do get to see some awesome shows with Metallica being, the band that's stayed together and everyone's still alive, and they've got these arena shows, and the arena shows are cool, but I feel like some of the Pantera or the Metallica shows I saw years ago were even more intense, and the ones on the live Bench and Purge VHS set for all you little kids out there, the cassette tapes, I don't think it came with what it came. I guess it had CDs and then it had VHS tapes. So those videos were incredible. That was the Injustice for All tour. Just incredible tour, and I think they really were like the peak performance-wise at that point, and even through the Black Album too. But no bass in that Injustice for All record. Maybe you guys give us a little bit more bass, maybe give us a remastered one. Just have someone come in and lay bass down. I would flip. That'd be cool. Anyways, so the first point's got to go to Pantera on who's better as a band. So Pantera 1-0 here. We're gonna go to who's got the best player, just individually out of the, you would include Cliff Burton in there, who was just phenomenal and who was an absolute beast at his position and was like a pioneer, in his own right, for what he was doing. There was the Jaco Pastorius out there doing like incredible bass work, and then there was all sorts of guys doing things, but every one of them had kind of their own path, and I think they all respected people like Jaco a lot. But anyways, so you've got Cliff Burton, you've got these Uberts, you got Vinnie Paul, who's super talented. You've got James Hetfield, who can play drums better than his own drummer, and who can sing his ass off, and who can play guitar while singing some of the most technical riffs. I would have to say, though, that Dimebag Darrell was unmatched in this battle here. Dimebag Darrell was a guy that I don't think I had ever seen anyone play guitar like him, and I still haven't, and I don't think I ever will. And as good as everyone that was mentioned is, Dimebag Darrell was absolutely everything that I would want to encompass in a guitar player, and everything I would aspire to be as a guitar player. He played every style and had such a great feel for when it was time to get pretty and when it was time to get nasty. There was no one better making the guitar make sounds that I would just, a dog, I guess, would, look at you kind of with that cockeyed look like, wow, what is that sound? He's just incredible. So I think you got to give the nod to Dimebag Darrell for who is the best player in all of the band. So Pantera 2-0 here at this point. Pantera 2-0, guys. I don't know what's going to happen here. So let's go to the next topic, which would be the best singer. And I don't think this is close. And even though I think that Phil Anselmo was a great singer at a young age and incredible there through the 90s stretch, that as he did the drugs, it took a horrible toll on that voice. And even though James Hetfield drank a lot and still, I think, fights that demon a little bit, he kept his voice in much better shape, and James has the much more, I would say, wider, like, appreciated. It's more widely accepted, and it's easier to digest than the Phil Anselmo voice is currently. So you definitely have to go with Metallica on the best singer. So boom, Metallica gets in the game 2-1 here. It's heating up, guys. It's heating up. Okay, we're gonna go on to the next battle here. Best song. Okay, so there is an amazing amount of songs to choose from when you're talking about best song. And you could go through a number of things. You could say best song. What are you talking about? Are you saying, best performance of a song? Like, wow, is that the most intricate song? Is this the more complex song? Is this the... You could do a ton of that. I'm just going to kind of shoot through all of that and just kind of not really focus in on one facet of the best song and just kind of go with what my gut says just right off the bat. My favorite song between the two bands, maybe all time, would be probably Floods by Pantera. Just because the guitar solo speaks to me in the bridge of the song and at the end of the song. There's something just absolutely like out of this world of the guitar playing in that song. And then there is a ton of other, like, between the way that Pantera did Planet Caravan to heavier stuff too, like 5 Minutes Alone and Cemetery Gates and like you can go Shedding Skin. I mean, I could just Hollow. There's so many songs, but none of them could stand up to the almighty Enter Sandman. I don't think you could write a song. I mean, those guys probably didn't even envision Enter Sandman to be like a rock and roll staple. They were already icons, and then they created this song that was like, and there could be a ton of songs in Metallica too that you could really start to dig through as being amazing songs that are better than Enter Sandman in your arguments. You could make a ton of arguments. You could say that Fade to Black or One or there's a ton. And see, a lot of people start arguing then is like when did Metallica become uncool? Well, during the S&M album, they did the song The Outlaw Torn. And that song is incredible. And that's off the Load album, I believe. And I don't like the original version. The S&M version is emotionally charged. It's really good. So, but I would have to tip my cap to Metallica here on this one because Enter Sandman, both of them wrote great, songs. And like Cemetery Gates you'd have to put the giants up against each other. You have to put Cemetery Gates up against Enter Sandman. Because those are the two songs that are iconic for those bands. And Enter Sandman just went to a different stratosphere. So you're going to have to give it to Metallica. It's just by far the more successful of the two tunes. So we're going to go there. That puts Metallica back tied with Pantera at 2-2. You would think I did this on purpose, but I did not. I was thinking that one band was going to dominate, and they did not. So we're going to go with the last topic, which is each band's X Factor. And I want to start with Pantera because Pantera has a personal connection to me because of what I got to experience when I was on tour with Tesla, touring through Texas and meeting probably 1,000 people that were directly connected to Pantera in some way, whether it be watching them grow up or seeing them as big as they were in their home state. And everyone had a personalized story that was just, it was, stranger than fiction. It was real. It was real stories. So I would just listen to these stories and just fall more in love with the band that I always loved. My first time when I got to LA, I sat down on my bed and just couldn't believe I was in LA about to work on a project and turned on the TV just in time to see that Dimebag Darrell had died. And it crushed me. And a lot of the people that I looked up to musically are, either gone or very hard to ever touch. And so it was a big loss for a lot of people, though. I knew that it wasn't just me that was going to be reeling for a long time, and I couldn't imagine the horrific scene. But I digress. That's just a thing that we go through in life, and it was really heavy. But the reason why I wanted to get that serious is because Pantera connects to people on a soul level that it's really hard to do as a heavy band. It's really cool. And I know that heavy bands do it. I know there's a ton of guys out there that are good dudes that are in bands that connect on personal levels. But heavy music tends to be this aggressive thing that, compassion's for after the show. Like right now we're getting down. Like there's something about Pantera that really draws you in that way. But I would say, with that being said, the band that would probably win this battle here would have to be Metallica. And I'm going to tell you why. During the opening years of Pantera's life, when they did power metal and Projects in the Jungle and I Am the Night and these initial records with Terry Glaze as the singer, they were tuning in and tapping into the crazy 80s hair and the hairspray and the makeups and the things like that, and they were kind of finding their way, and Pantera finally did find their way, and that's kind of a vertebrae in what I like about bands such as Metallica, Tesla, who we toured with, Pantera, who all kind of eventually bought into the idea of much less of the extras and more about the songs and the show. And Tesla was another one that was just so much about that I fell in love with their music. And once I met them, I just absolutely adored everybody in that band, and they were good dudes. I really, really enjoyed working with them. So I would have to tip my cap to Metallica, though, because Metallica was unique and original and themselves from day one. They came out and were originally like, we are this. They were guys that had a following that only wanted to follow them. People were only about them, and they grew it into one of the largest rock and roll empires ever. And, you have to just really respect sticking to who you are from the jump and then being that. I mean, consistently throughout. I know they've had some albums, and it was really close because I really wanted to dock them a point for putting out Saint Anger, because that is a pile of garbage. But I would also say that with all of the home runs they hit up, through the 80s and 90s, you're gonna find a bad record, or you're gonna have a situation like that. So I would say hats off to Metallica. They are the winner of the band battles this week. And guys, Metallica is the band that started me in this process. Pantera is probably my favorite band of all time in the metal world. Dimebag Darrell just really influenced me on a lot of levels. And so picking Metallica is not easy. But it is the right decision. And guys, I want to leave you with one last song for the show, and this is one that means a lot to me. This song is Walk by Pantera. You've been listening to Quarantunes. This is episode 2. My name is Tyler Lyon. I'll see you guys next time, man. Enjoy yourselves. Make sure you guys hit that paypal.me/TLionMusic, Venmo.com/TLionMusic. Hit that Facebook Messenger app. That's another easy way to send over some contributions. And guys, I will see you in the next episode.
One step from lashing out at you. You're an ending it under my skin and call yourself
You cried a weak friend.